We have a question from an earnest seeker. Namaskaram Swamiji. Recognize the immutable light as our original nature and see the same in all interactions with the world, but gets disturbed when some unjust, selfish claim is made. The mind immediately shows that it is highly unjust deal. For some time, there is an imbalance, avarana and vikshepa, coming as a result of past habit patterns. Get crystallized as a person and able to witness this too. Of course, the moment recognition takes place, I come back to the Gyan Swarup that we all are and take the position that person alone is affected by it and not the universal consciousness. When whatever is perceived is consciousness, and consciousness is the only thing directly perceived, where is the fear, insecurity crystallizing into an ego to salvage the situation? This world cannot give security nor satisfy me in any way. With deep regards, please bless me, Jeevan Mukti Swamiji. You please go through this, your very question again, right from the start to the end. Recognize the immutable light with which you had started the sentence and you had ended it saying, please bless me, Jeevan Mukti Swamiji. Hasn't this show that you had objectified the very thing that exists during our deep sleep state as supreme isness, supreme intelligence, supreme consciousness? I am voluntarily attributing some words for it because I will have to explain it to you. But at the same time, I am not leaving them without saying these aspects of them. Firstly, they don't arise. For an arisal, it must have a form. The deep sleep state, supreme isness, supreme intelligence, supreme consciousness must have a form. Does it have a form? We need not search elsewhere. All of your statements, all that you have asked for in your question, doesn't show that these are all were taught to you. All these are accumulated from the outside and they have become you. And everything is, you are actually replaying, repeating, repetition that were accumulated by your ego, by your intellect, by your mind, with which you had attached. You were brought up with this. These are all the ways of the traditional spirituality. First, they had isolated from the society, in a family, and in a person also. They had isolated it. Where have they isolated it? They have isolated it exclusively to the waking state. They had isolated it in the waking state. They are trying to make a person, a new entity, a new self in one's waking state by giving some supernatural values, artificial values. Thereby all this jargon, Recognize the immutable light as our original nature. This is the first statement. Does our deep sleep is cognition embodiment itself or not? Isn't it cognition embodiment without a form, unarisen, not getting converted into thoughts, words? Okay, you would say immediately, for the sake of communication, I said, whereas you may say, that is why you use the word not even cognition. You started with the word recognition. The cognizer, you cannot cognize because you are an embodiment of cognition in your deep sleep state. You are that. Dot. Period. Now you will have to put this word only to communicate, saying, recognize the immutable light as our original nature. So it is recognition. It is not that. It is not that very cognition, embodiment of easiness, intelligence, or consciousness. It is you. Who is this you? Because it is only a recognition. Recognition can happen only to a past registered experience. So this you have accumulated from your childhood, from your yesterdays, yesteryears, yester incarnations even. That has taken deep roots in you. Isn't it a feeling in you, a recognition? It is not original cognition. If it is cognition, it cannot happen apart from it as it has happened in you, a human being. It cannot happen that way because it doesn't have anything at all in it. So, recognizing the immutable light as our original nature. See, all the words become shallow. They don't contain anything at all. Everything is nothing but like a repetition of a parrot. It is surfacing in your superficial mind, superficial intellect, superficial entity called fake self. These are all the accumulation of the fake self. Deep sleep doesn't entertain you or anything of this cosmos at all. You are not even born. What is that light? These are all the jargon of traditional people who haven't realized, so shallow. It's like the farthest periphery of this space, cosmos. Even our feelings are shallow, shadowy. Thoughts are shadowy. And these thoughts, these feelings are again and again surfacing as our feelings or our realization. Is there an entity that can realize at all? Can an entity realize his true nature? And it doesn't exist in the waking state at all. Its abode is only the deep sleep state, where one is not even born. Recognize the immutable light as our original nature and see the same in all interactions with the world. Who is recognizing? Who is seeing the interactions of that with the world? Who is this entity first of all? Has it any existence as one's waking state? In the next line, but gets disturbed when some unjust, selfish claim is made. The mind immediately shows that it is highly unjust. Isn't it this fake entity out of its past junk registrations exists now as one's waking state? Thereby, all these past experiences are being lived through as repeat performances. Isn't this the way of the ego? Who, who has become a judge in one? Who assumes that role? Who judges? We never look the opinion maker in us, the judge in us, the assumptions creator in us, the values holder in us. We don't look at them at all. This is what the mistake, the greatest mistake that was taught in the traditional Vedantic way. By and by, an unrealized person having loads of jargon and knowledge like this goes on trying to make a brick into a granite. There doesn't exist a granite, there doesn't exist a brick also. These are all values. Values are held. Values surround only a fake entity. When you as an entity during your deep sleep state are not born, where is this one who is seeing something as unjust, selfish, and the mind immediately shows whose mind is it? Isn't it the same ego behaving as one's mind? Isn't it the same ego behaving as one's intellect, the feelings? Isn't it this complete waking state is an embodiment, a rearisal, a reaction of its past, of its past. Ego's past, again and again, it wakes up to a new day, it disappears during deep sleep. There isn't none. There is no one at all in deep sleep. There is no experiencer. There is not even the experience of having taken birth. The jnana, the truth is quite obvious. In truth, there are no recognizers. In truth, there is no one seeing the interactions of this world in that light. In truth, there is no one who is getting disturbed, who sees an unselfish, who sees an unjust, selfish claim. In truth, there is no mind. In truth, there is no feel. There is no feeling. There is no thought. And he said, for some time there is an imbalance. Yes, naturally. Who is imbalanced? Ego. Ego is nothing but the expressed values. This you will have to very patiently find out. You will have to try and find out. It requires great patience, enormous patience. Be within you, be around you, Never take leave. Don't get into this old traditional jargon. Don't refer with them. If it refers, if it brings in some old accumulated knowledge within you, that also you see, why should you bring in such a load of informations as references? Directly you can see yourself. It is obviously available. It is whoever you are in a given moment in your waking state. That is what is that that thing of the deep sleep. If you are in that, you will not know that there is a cosmos, a human being, a feeling, a thinking you have become. You cannot be this feeling. You cannot be this cosmos. You cannot be this judgmental mind. You cannot be this. Realization is a beyond. It is happening beyond time. It's not even a moment's affair. It's beyond time itself. It is not happening to a separate mind. It is not happening to a separate physical body. It is not happening to a separate intellect. It is not happening to an ego. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen to a form at all, because we are essentially beyond forms, beyond names, beyond time, and that is again and again the deep sleep state proves it. Deep sleep state proves it, proves the existence that we are that Sat, that intelligence, unarisen, unself becoming, formless, nameless, essentially without anything. Isn't it the experience in everyone? For some time there is an imbalance. Avarana and Vikshepa coming as a result of past habit patterns get crystallized as a person and able to witness these two. All these are all traditional, objectively taught by an unrealized person. All the books. Why do you depend on books? Why do you depend on others? Why do you follow? Why have you acknowledged? Why have you confirmed that this must be true? Because you have values of this world and the preachers, but they have not realized. They have not realized. Had they realized, they should at the outset say, they should immediately bring in the deep sleep state. If they have not brought it, take it for sure. You are again and again made as an ego throughout your waking state, and that brings in lot of new valuations as your experiences, and again you practice the same spirituality during your waking state and trying to keep them away from you. The very trying to keep them away itself is an egoistic action, when fundamentally you as an entity is not existing during your waking state, and the reality of the deep sleep state is nothing but absolute isness, absolute unarisen intelligence, absolute unarisen consciousness. Where is the question of a seeker who says that there was an imbalance immediately and avarana? Avarana means what? Veiling. Things are veiled. Is there any veil? Is there a veil at all? The veil can exist if you had not investigated who is veiled, who undergoes vikshepa, Veil means ignorance. You have ignored to look at the entity behind a feeling, a judge in a judgment. An entity began frustration, an entity began imbalance, an entity began any judgment, any conclusions, any opinions, all feelings, all thoughts are nothing but ego's trick. It's the trickery of the ego. Thereby, always the feelings and thought patterns keep you cluttered, distracted throughout your waking state. This is what is called as avikshepa. Being cluttered, being confused, your primary task is not to get alienated from your deep sleep truth and behave as if you've taken charge of your waking state and trying to do, correct, modify everything of the waking state through your judgments, conclusions. Everything is past. Realization of this is spontaneous. As I say, you get relaxed immediately. From what? There is no person in you, in your thought, in your feeling, as a center who is living his waking state. Of course, the moment recognition takes place, I come back. See, again and again, coming back and getting lost, getting distracted, getting imbalanced, becoming imbalanced, seeing the interactions of this world. Who is there in you who passes conclusions, who passes judgments, who tries to alter things with arguments and counter arguments? There essentially doesn't exist anyone anywhere in this cosmos. The truth is sublime and it's pure, and it doesn't exist in any of this waking state feelings, thought patterns held by the fake ego, nor in the cosmos. The truth is not in the cosmos. So you need not look outside at all. You need not look into books. You need not follow anyone, however high in your childhood you were made to read it. You were made to follow it. Just give up everything. This moment in your waking state, who is there as you? If you look at patiently, you will immediately realize there is none. Then only the feelings becoming as reactions, the thoughts becoming as reactions. If you don't look at even for a second, it's simply a gaze. You are not going to do anything within you. You are simply looking within you whenever, not alienating you from your deep sleep state. Always keep it as a reference, the state of deep sleep state, as there was no one, not even the cosmos, no I amness at all, no mindness at all that subgroup of I amness. Everything is ego. I amness is ego. This I amness, ego, it arises with its objects. It doesn't exist separately as I amness. When you see something, the seer contains all that is seen. When you perceive something, this fake perceiver, this is nothing but ego, he contains all that is perceived. When you are the thinker, all thoughts are contained in it. Thinker is the thought. Thought is the thinker. Either way, whatever you call, everything is the display of fake I amness. That is what is the ego. This is direct perception. You don't need anything at all. But if you don't look, not alienating, not getting alienated from deep sleep state, the whole of the climate, you don't descend into any feeling and thereby bringing in lot of thoughts, argue, bring in conflict within you. Don't touch the psyche in you at any moment of your waking state. This is what the basic, the ultimate thing that brings the realization of that a separate entity doesn't exist. What is realization? A separate entity doesn't exist at all. Only one that is not recognized, seen in the interactions of the world. These are all fake. Who sees? That fake entity itself is those interactions of the world, interactions with the world, judgments about the world, selfishness of this world. Everything is happening by and through the ego as if one's waking state, which doesn't have any existence at all. Of course, the moment recognition takes place, I come back to the Jnana Swarup that we all are and take the position that person alone is affected by it and not. See, it doesn't exist in this. That you will have to be very clear. That deep sleep state, that endless, beginningless, middleless existence, easiness, intelligence, unarisen consciousness, it doesn't have a form. It has not become this. These things don't exist at all. This star, sun, doesn't exist in itself as star. Only a name given to it brings in your memory as its existence. Otherwise, it has no existence as that star. An atom doesn't have any existence as an atom within that. So the whole of this cosmos are nothing but objectless appearances, formless appearances in forms, but they don't have any substance in it. So there is no question of looking at them. Look at who is carrying all these things and where he disappears. Does he disappear? No. He has no existence at all. Our waking states don't have any existence. What will you do? You cannot even say or think within you only that. All are this consciousness. All are these are all traditional Vedantic ways of teaching of spirituality. You are that only spirit, only self that doesn't arise like this. Nothing is in that. It is always pure, blemishless, full, complete. When you are that, the question of you never arises in that. And you as an entity and your objective things that you perceive. The perceiver contains all the perceptions. The seer contains all that is seen. The thinker contains all that is thought about. The doer contains all the deeds. The doer is fake. Whole of the cosmos, right from an atom to the level of a five-sensed animal, there doesn't exist a separate I amness. So they need not get enlightened. There is nothing called as enlightenment or bondage for them. Only for an I, this I amness, this ego, which is getting formed out of past experiences, past uninvestigated ignorance, as if his birth, this moment, as if a feeling he feels, and that feeling is a reaction. Already that feeling is already embedded in his I amness, which got separated. Arrest that moment. How to arrest that? Look within you. 24/7, always be behind that one who feels a feeling in that physical body or in his mind or in the world, wherever. Just to be behind that without doing anything about it. Be with the feeling without doing anything about it. Or a thought. Don't handle anything of inside. There is no inside. It has come out of your uninvestigative, uninquiring nature. This moment, I am asking you to look within you, stay within you, just be patiently, not to do anything, not to bring in that, or not to discard this ego, not to do anything at all, just stay put, stay still. The transformation, you need not do anything for that. It's happening already. Just stay, just stay, just stay, just be, just be, just be. Because you are innately that self. That's your essential nature. That exists during your deep sleep state. So this is actually, you are bringing in the complete, the perfection embodiment of easiness, intelligence and consciousness here right now. How? By just not becoming a feeling or a thought. That's all. Okay.